Everyone, happy Friday. Dang. Thank heavens it's here and it comes around every 7 days or so. So, welcome to the Framework in 5. I'm so excited to be here with you. And thank you so much if you voted and voted for communication planning, because this is one of those leadership tactics no one should be without. Even if your entire organization doesn't have an organization-wide communication plan, do this for yourself in your own department. So, the reason why the number one lowest score on employee engagement surveys everywhere we go is communication. Either people don't feel communicated with personally from their leader, they don't think the senior leaders in the entire organization does communication planning. It's so widespread and virulent, but yet leaders are, they're taught and they work on communication and their own communication all the time, right? All the time. It's not the right communication. I worked for a leader who believed that if he walked into our department, told the 2-day shift RNs who worked on Monday, hey, will you spread this through the report at shift report tonight? This is what's going on, and I need you to tell everyone that communication would magically happen. Well, guess what happened? Just like that tin can game that we played, or the whisper game that we all sat around in grade school and played, right? It got mumbled, it got forgotten. It certainly wasn't the most important thing going on in the minds of those day shift nurses. And so nothing got passed on and it stopped with them. However, they were well communicated with. And I think I've told you this before, that the very best leadership coaching I've ever gotten was from my people themselves. And so my people would say to me when I would ask them a rounding question, hey, how am I doing with my communication? You send way too many emails, Jane. Like, seriously, nobody wants to hear all that from you. I knew I was doing that, right? I knew I was doing it. I had to change. So ask your people. So you likely think I'm going to say to you, just like a lot of HR professionals, if you follow any blogs or websites or apps from HR professionals, they'll say, hey, you need to have one-on-one personal relationships with the people that you work with, the people who work for you. True. You need to know what motivates them to get out of bed in the morning and how they think. True. Okay. But what they also recommend is asking the question of your people, how do you like to be communicated with? Now, while I agree that that is an amazing, over-the-top, rounding question that would really make me feel appreciated and heard if I worked for you, here's the problem with that. Many of you that are listening to this live today have between 30 and 50 people who report directly to you, right? So don't get yourself in trouble by phrasing the question that way, okay? You can still ask the question that way, but if you truly want to know, because maybe somebody's been unresponsive to you, but essentially ask the rounding question, how could I be a better communicator? I'm thinking about developing a communication plan just for our department. Like, what if I, communicated when schedules were coming out, when payroll was due, when our next staff meeting was, and what the agenda was going to be. What if I communicated all those things in these 3 or 4 different forums? Okay, so how does that work for communication? Or how could I be a better communicator? You want to hear what your people have to say, but the big thing is you need to make a promise to your people. And that promise to your people can be something that holds you accountable. And that is a department-specific communication plan. Okay. And what that communication plan does is it tells the people who report to you, this is where you can go to find information. A common mistake that we see leaders make is that they are the holders of all the information, and everyone has to come and extract it from them. So you already feel like you're being pulled in 50 different directions a day. You already feel like you're making 150 decisions a day. Stop the madness, right? Stop the madness. A department communication plan that makes a promise to your people. So if you are a partner listening to this, a partner organization listening to this, you have access to that in Capstone EDU. Even if you're not the peer champion for transparent communication, go to Capstone EDU and figure that out, right? Your initiative champion knows how to access that. If you are not a partner organization listening to this, A, you should be, but B, go to our website, capstoneleadership.net, and check out Capstone EDU. Or you could go to the training site and attend our Duluth Summit, which will teach you how to make your own personal communication plan for your department. All right, guys, always a pleasure. Have a great weekend.